Imagine waking up one morning to a world completely turned inside out, where continents once stood, vast oceans now stretch endlessly to the horizon. Towering mountain ranges have become deep trenches, their peaks now lost to the depths. This is Earth transformed, a world where land and water have switched places. This isn't a scene from a science fiction film, but a thought experiment that forces us to confront the delicate balance of our planet. The very ground beneath our feet, seemingly so solid and unchanging, is part of a dynamic system capable of unimaginable transformation. Such a drastic change would have immediate and catastrophic consequences. Coastal cities, home to billions, would vanish beneath the waves in an instant. The global climate, intricately linked to the distribution of land and water, would be thrown into chaos. Yet, from the ashes of this global catastrophe, life would find a way to adapt. Humanity, though tested as never before, would adapt and survive. Nature, ever resilient, would rebuild, creating new ecosystems in this unfamiliar world. Imagine a world where the very fabric of our geography is turned upside down. The familiar continents, Europe, Asia, the Americas, vanish, swallowed by the relentless sea. In their place, a new world rises from the ocean's depths. The ocean floor, once hidden beneath miles of water, becomes the new landmass. Vast plains of sediment dotted with volcanic islands stretch endlessly. Peaks of submerged mountain ranges break the surface, forming archipelagos and rocky outcroppings. This new world is harsh and unforgiving. The land, mostly exposed seabed, is initially barren and saline, hostile to life. The climate is extreme, with scorching days and frigid nights due to the absence of moderating oceans. Yet, even in this alien landscape, there are pockets of life. The peaks of former mountain ranges, now islands, offer refuge with their own microclimates and remnants of ecosystems. These isolated havens become the seeds of life in this transformed world. The immediate impact on humanity would be catastrophic. Billions of people living in coastal cities and towns would face a devastating deluge. The fortunate few who survive would find themselves adrift in a world turned upside down. These survivors would face a desperate struggle for survival. In this new world, food, water, and shelter would be scarce. The familiar patterns of agriculture and trade would vanish, replaced by a frantic scramble for resources. Yet, even amidst unimaginable loss, the human spirit would endure. People would band together, forming new communities and forging new ways of life. The skills and knowledge that allowed our ancestors to survive in harsh environments would be rediscovered and put to the test. The history of humankind is one of adaptation and resilience. From the icy plains of the Arctic to the scorching deserts of Africa, we have proven time and again our ability to thrive in the most challenging environments. This new world, though daunting, would be just another test of our ingenuity and determination. Surviving in this transformed world requires a radical shift in human behavior and ingenuity. We can no longer depend on the land to sustain us. Instead, we must embrace the element that now dominates our planet, the sea. The vast, shallow seas covering the former continents hold the key to our future. Floating cities anchored to the seabed provide protection from the elements and access to marine resources. Underwater farming, cultivating seaweed and other marine life becomes a staple of our diet. This new world demands a new kind of explorer, one who dives instead of climbs, who charts the ocean floor rather than mountain ranges. The depths, once a realm of mystery and terror, become our new frontier, teeming with resources and potential. Just as our ancestors adapted to life in deserts, jungles and tundras, so too will future generations adapt to this watery world. The human spirit, ever adaptable, will find ways to not just survive, but to thrive in this new environment. The transformation of Earth would be more than just a human drama. The natural world, too, would undergo a profound and dramatic change. Yet, life, tenacious and adaptable, would find a way to flourish in this unfamiliar environment. The exposed seabed, initially barren, would gradually become a cradle for new life. Salt-tolerant plants, their seeds carried by wind and waves, would take root, slowly transforming the landscape. Insects and other invertebrates would follow, drawn by the new food sources. The shallow seas, teeming with nutrients, would become hotbeds of evolution. New forms of marine life, adapted to the shallower waters and increased sunlight, would evolve, creating vibrant and diverse ecosystems. This process of adaptation and evolution would take millennia to unfold fully, but nature, given time, has an astonishing capacity for renewal. The Earth after the Great Switch would be a testament to the power of life to adapt and thrive, even in the face of unimaginable change. The remnants of our former world wouldn't disappear completely. Like phantoms from a bygone era, they would linger beneath the waves, constantly reminding us of what once was. Submerged cities, once bustling with life, would transform into eerie underwater ruins, colonized by coral and marine life. The skeletal remains of skyscrapers would rise from the ocean floor like modern-day shipwrecks, attracting schools of fish and other marine creatures. The peaks of submerged mountains, now islands, would harbor remnants of pre-existing ecosystems. Isolated from the mainland, species of plants and animals would evolve along unique paths, creating pockets of biodiversity found nowhere else on Earth. These echoes of a sunken world would serve as a poignant reminder of the impermanence of human creations. Nature, in her slow and relentless way, would reclaim what was once hers, reshaping the planet according to her own design. The social and political landscape of this transformed Earth would be as dramatically altered as the physical one. The old world order, based on landmass and geographical boundaries, would be swept away, replaced by a new reality defined by survival and adaptation. The competition for scarce resources, particularly habitable land and access to the sea, could lead to conflict. But it could also foster cooperation as people realize that they must work together to survive in this new world. New alliances and power structures would emerge, based not on military might or economic dominance, but on the ability to adapt and thrive in this transformed environment. Those who control access to the sea with its bounty of food and resources would hold the keys to power. The great reshuffling of the planet would force humanity to confront its own divisions and prejudices. In the face of shared adversity, old grudges and rivalries might fade, replaced by a new sense of unity and common purpose. Imagine if land and water switched places. It's a fascinating thought experiment. This scenario challenges our assumptions and encourages us to see the world from a fresh perspective. It highlights that Earth is a dynamic, ever-changing system. The continents we live on, the oceans we explore, and the air we breathe are all part of a delicate, interconnected web of life. This thought experiment emphasizes the importance of sustainability. Our current lifestyle, reliant on finite resources, is not sustainable in the long run. We need to find new ways to live in harmony with our planet, ensuring future generations can thrive. A world transformed may seem distant and improbable, but the lessons about interconnectedness, adaptation, and sustainability are crucial. We are all passengers on this remarkable planet. It's our responsibility to ensure its habitability for generations to come.